season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Murray now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
10 more there and another first down.
The Cardinals in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Hey, hold on.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray finds his running back, James Conner. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Omaha.
Murray now. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
A great field position for them, Charles, to start that drive, but not a lot of yardage to be had. They do, however, come away with a long field goal.
Yeah, and that's a plus. I mean, give them credit for that. They start the game 3-0. Don't come away empty-handed on this opening possession. And one other thing, it's a 50-plus yard field goal. Let's give the kicker a little respect as well. Those kind of kicks aren't routine.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To throw, it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
The slot man in motion right. They begin with a run by Fournette. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 16, Brady. Touchdown! Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Throwing now is Murray. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Get out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Brady toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Evans has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, set.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Big A open, Big A's open. Hey, huh?
Murray now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Fournette running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Fournette. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Now Brady.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Cade Otton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now up to 14.
Cardinals 10. Ryan Succop to kick off 14.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
A give running right is counter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Lavonte David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Here's Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Murray. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Hey, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff, Fournette running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Go on, Hurt.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Omaha.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw.
Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run here with Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on first down.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to work. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Brady now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 33. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Buccaneers